welcome to another short video. In this video, we will be discussing GST on UPS systems. UPS system comprises of two elements. One is an inverter and another is a battery. In view of the SSC, this is a composite supply, that is, they are supplied in conjunction with each other, and the applicable GST should be 18%. However, the department has not agreed with this view. In their view, the applicable GST is 28% and it's a mixed supply. Henceforth, multiple show cause notices have been issued, investigations have been launched, and differential D2 uh, has been demanded from the SSC. Henceforth, it is important to understand the background, what is the issue involved, and what is the department view on this. What is our take on this, and what is the way forward. First of all, discussing the background, the UPS performs the main function of providing a battery backup when an electrical power fails or drop to an unacceptable voltage level. Hence, the main function of a UPS system is to provide electrical power backup. The UPS system comprises of static bypass, a rectifier, an inverter, and a battery. The static bypass rectifier and inverter forms a single unit, that is an inverter unit, and that is the heart of a UPS system. Apart from the rectifier inverter unit, it has another component which is a battery. The battery can be an inbuilt battery, it can be a separate battery. So the main function performed by the UPS system is power backup, and it has two components, an inverter unit and a battery. The inverter unit is the heart of a UPS system which performs the main function, and it is supported by a battery. So the applicable rate under the GST is for the battery, it comes under the heading 8507, and the applicable GST rate is 28%. On static converter, that is the inverter units, it falls under heading 8504, and the applicable GST is at the rate of 18%. Now, the SSE has adopted the view that this UPS system is one composite supply, that is, the inverter unit and the battery forms are supplied in conjunction with each other and forms a composite supply. Hence, the applicable GST is 18% in terms as the rectifier inverter performs a major function. Henceforth, the applicable GST should be 18%. The department has taken a different view. In view of the department, the rectifier unit and the battery are two different components. They are not supplied in conjunction with each other, hence does not form a composite supply. The contract can be divided, and this does not form a single supply of contract. Hence, the applicable GST should be 28%. Henceforth, multiple show cause notices have been issued, investigations have been launched, wherein department has demanded GST of the differential amount that has not been paid by the SSC. In this regard, few advanced rulings have been filed in the case of switching AVO electric power, where the advanced ruling authority has taken a view that when the battery and the inverter are supplied, they form a mixed supply instead of a composite supply. Hence, the applicable GST should be 28%. In case of Vertiv, the Maharashtra AR has taken a different view. They held that when it is supplied under a single contract, then it will form a composite supply instead of a mixed supply. Hence, the applicable GST should be 18%. To understand the issue, it is important to understand the concept of composite supply. Composite supply means then when two things are naturally bundled and supplied in conjunction with each other. In the present case, the supply of a static converter and battery are done together. Hence, they are supplied in conjunction with each other. To understand whether one is a composite supply or not, the perspective of the consumer is of prima facie importance. So the customer perspective in this case is that they are buying a UPS system which can provide them with the power backup solution. They do not buy an inverter or a battery in a separate form. When they buy it as a unit together, they buy something which can provide them with a power backup solution. Hence, in the perspective of the consumer, it is a UPS system. Hence, these are supplied in conjunction with each other, even in the perspective of the consumer. For a composite supply, it is important to determine that what is the predominant element in this case. In this case, the predominant element is the static converter. Static converter performs the main function, that is the conversion of electricity from AC to DC and from DC to AC. When static converter performs the main function, it will become a predominant supply. When in the composite supply, the GST rate is determined in accordance with the predominant element of the supply. Hence, in this case, the predominant element is the static converter. Hence, the applicable GST should be at the rate of 18% instead of 28%. If we even see the custom tariff, the UPS system is classifiable under heading 8504. In this regard, Note 3 and Note 4 are of prima facie importance. In terms of Note 3 and Note 4, when a machine is supplied which has a multiple components, the the component which performs a principal function, the classification is to be determined according to uh, that component. So in terms of Note 3 and Note 4, the UPS system will be classified under heading 8504 as static converters, as static converters perform the principal function in this case. In this regard, there are several jurisprudence from the past. In the case of Luminous Electronics versus CCE, Tribunal Larger Bench, which has also been approved by the Supreme Court. In this case, the Tribunal Larger Bench held that the UPS system is classifiable under 8504 as the principal function is the static converter. The presence, the tribunal also held the presence of a battery do not change the nature and the function of the system. There are multiple judgments under the state VAT authorities which also held that the rate of tax is on UPS system is to be applicable as per the rate applicable on the static converter and not the battery. So in this regard, in the case of Godrej Boyce Manufacturing Company, Jaipur International and ECH Systems, the state VAT authorities held the classification is of these products will be to be determined as per the static converter and not the rate which is applicable on the batteries. So what is the way forward? The way forward in this case is that the SSC should aim at filing advanced ruling in few other states where where the advanced ruling authorities have taken a positive view regarding the composite and mixed supply. Second, the way forward is that the SSC should strongly contest the show cause notice with the factual and the legal arguments. There are multiple jurisprudence from the past which have decided the issue in favor of the SSC. The benefit of those decisions should be taken. There are multiple advanced rulings which have laid down the correct view on the composite supply. The benefit of those advanced rulings should be taken, and the SSC, instead of paying the differential duty, should strongly contest the show cause notice and with the factual and the legal arguments. That will be all from our side. Thank you for watching.